supposed to be just on my phone waiting and stuff.
Hey, Ms. Blair, how you doing today?
Alright.
I'm Dr. Harris, and I was coming in to give you some information about your blood work.
Yes, ma'am.
We did some tests and did some biopsies of your lungs, and it come back that you have lung cancer.
Lung cancer.
Yes.
Never smoked a cigarette in my life.
So you're not a smoker?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Well, you know that you can get lung cancer through secondhand smoke from the type of work that you do, asbestos or air pollution or anything or things like that. So we have, it's not a progressive kind. There is something that you can do, but if you don't take effect soon, then there may not be anything that you can do. We can try chemotherapy. We have new trials of pills that have been tested that has come out, and I'll have someone speak to you about that a little bit later on. But I just want you to keep the hope and keep the faith and know that we're going to help you do what we can.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome. Ms. Blewett, I told you about the new pill that we've designed to come out with, and Mr. Kenneth is going to give you a little bit more information about that.
Okay.
Okay, so I recently had lung cancer. A doctor right here, Ms. Carlita, she diagnosed me. She told me that the same thing she told you. So she introduced me to this pill called iron. Now, I was one of the people that first tried it. You know, I just wanted to see if it was gonna work because I needed some type of help. I did not want to die. So I mean, it's called iron. I mean, the side effects. You know, when you take it, you're gonna feel a little lightheaded. You're gonna be nauseated. You know, you're gonna start vomiting. You're gonna have a little headaches. You know, sometimes you're gonna have chills. You know, but the benefits of you taking this, you know, you're gonna be able, stop breathing without oxygen, or you can have a lot of more energy when you start playing. If you have children, you start playing, with your children for a lot more time. I mean, this is the pill right here. You know, if you ever want to take it, it'll help you. It helped me. I don't have it anymore.
Oh, how often do I have to take it?
You take it 2 times a day.
Okay.
The first time you take it, you'll have the side effects, but after the first time, you won't have it.
Okay. Okay. So I just basically, take this pamphlet to follow directions, and
Yes.
it will help my lung cancer.
Yes, Ms.
Yes.
Blewett, that pamphlet will tell you everything that you need to know. Mr. Kenneth, his prognosis is very good, and he's on the stage of clearing up. Like he said, you take it 2 times a day, preferably at the same time with food.
Okay.
As he said before, the side effects are on the pamphlet, but the good thing about that is once you take it the first time and it enters your system, you won't have those side effects anymore, and you won't have to worry about walking around with oxygen or anything like that. So if you take that up, my nurse will get your prescription filled, and you can take that up to the doctor's office, to the prescription place and get your prescription filled. And we'll see you back in a couple of weeks.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You have a good day, Ms. Blue. So, me, Carlita Harris, Kenneth, and Ashley is here with Miss Asia and Tyra again, asking them some questions about lung cancer. So, the first question that I'm going to start off with is, what do you all think that is the leading cause of lung cancer? Miss Asia, I'll start with you.
Well, I think the leading causes of lung cancer is when you smoke and coming from secondhand smoke.
Secondhand smoke. Okay. Miss Tyra, what about you?
I believe it's smoke as well. Smoke, secondhand smoke, the pollution in the air.
Okay.
Can also be a reason.
And you both are right. Smoking is the major cause of lung cancer. Smoking and non-smoking, which is generally called secondhand smoke, which means if you're in the home with somebody or you're by somebody when they smoke.
So even if I don't smoke, I can get lung cancer?
Yes, if you don't smoke, you can get lung cancer. You may think if you're in the house with someone in a different room, it can come through the vents and things like that. Wow. So you still can be affected by lung cancer. Other causes of lung cancer is air pollution, asbestos, radon gas, indoor wood burning stoves, and just another
So like chimney smoke?
not necessarily chimney smoke.
But
Yeah,
if you have an old school stove that you have to put the wood in, you can catch lung cancer.
yeah.
I know
So
I can do one of them.
those are kind of ancient, Miss Tara. I hope
Right.
not. So I'm gonna ask you, what do you all think are the major signs of smoking, of lung cancer rather?
Well, I'm not really aware of any information.
Okay, well, you're just the person we want to speak to give you that information and inform you. Miss Tara, what about you? What do you think is a major sign,
Like
sign,
symptoms?
a sign, a symptom of
Maybe
smoking?
like hard to breathe,
Okay.
and that's all I come up with.
Okay, well, that's actually correct. Breathing is hard breathing is a sign not being able to catch your breath, but coughing is a major sign of lung cancer with persistent cough, and that comes from not being able to breathe. Your lungs are not being able to fully function how they're designed to function. So, let me ask you this: what do you think? Who do you think gets lung cancer? I know. Well, let me rephrase that. I know men and women get lung cancer, but how do you think it affect? Do you think it affect men and women in the same fashion, or is there a different way?
I believe it affects everyone equally.
Equally.
I
Okay.
believe the same. It affect everybody the same. Everybody have two lungs, whether you're a man or a woman.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Well, actually, you're right, but you're wrong. Lung cancer does affect men and women in the same way as it attacks the lungs. That's what lung cancer does. It attacks the lungs, and carcinogens is the gas that it comes from lung cancer that attacks the lungs and moves into the lungs and damages the tissue. But in men, lung cancer grows near the central airways and attacks the lungs. And in women, cancer is the leading cancer, which means out of ovarian cancer, uterus cancer, and breast cancer, all those combined kill less people than lung cancer, kill less women than lung cancer alone.
Oh, so lung cancer is worse than breast cancer?
It's not that it's necessarily worse.
But
It
kills.
grows at a higher rapid. And it's it used to be where you would think lung cancer used to be a men's disease, but now it's considered men and woman disease because women are getting lung cancer at a faster rate than men these days. So, one more question: have either one of you ever had the unfortunate experience of dealing with someone who had lung cancer?
Well, recently, my uncle had lung cancer and he died. And now that I know you have these new pills, he didn't have the proper medicine for them pills.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I wish he had those at the time he had lung cancer.
Okay. What about you, Ms. Tar?
No, I haven't ran into no one.
You haven't. Well, that's a good thing that you haven't. But now there's a pill called Ion, and this is the pamphlet for Ion. I'll let both of you have a look for that. Miss Ashley will get that to you both. The pill is fresh out of a trial stage, but still basically in trial stage. What the pill does is it once you take the pill, you take it twice a day. You take it with food, and preferably you try to take it at the same time every day. And your doctor, depending on the stages of where the cancer is, will determine how long you have to take the medicine. Usually they give you a 2-month trial amount, and you come back and get a checkup then. Like I said, the pill, the ingredients in the pill attacks the lungs just as the lung cancer attacks the lungs. But what it does, it reverses those cells that are dead, and if they're able to be saved, they save them. If not, it removes them, and it helps increase new cells to help clear your lungs and reverse that damage that has been done.
And you said we only take 2 of these a day?
You take 2 a day, and you take 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, preferably. You don't take them at the same time. The side effects of that, though, is that when you first take the pill, you have a little nausea, a little vomiting, a little headache, and chills. But the good thing about that, as if there's a good thing to side effects, but the good thing is about that is after you take it for the first time, you don't have those side effects anymore. That one time helps the pill become adjusted to your system, and it knows how much what needs to be done to help to regulate you from not having those side effects anymore. The good thing about the pill is if it ever got to the stage where you had to use oxygen to move around or to get from A to B, go out or something, once you take the pill, you won't have to use oxygen. It's not an immediate thing. It may take up to 2 weeks to reverse that damage. But once the damage is reversed, you don't have to use oxygen.
Meaning you don't have to walk around with your oxygen.
With the oxygen tank.
Correct. Have you all ever seen the people walking around with the oxygen tank or, so with the things in the nose, because they can't breathe, short-winded. Not all of those are from lung cancer, but that is a major factor with having to use the oxygen, shortness of breath, and things of that nature. So you won't have to worry about that. And if a person stops smoking, there are immediate signs of prolonging your life. I know for women, I'm not sure about men, but I know for women, after 5 years, you increase your life by 21%. So that's dramatic, especially if you've been smoking. Once you stop smoking, 5 years from that date. But there are some signs that the nicotine is like out your system after 24 hours and things of that nature. So your body starts literally healing itself, which is what we're designed to do. And then taking the ion pill, that just helps that process along. So like I said, after a woman stops smoking, after 5 years from the first day she stopped smoking, she has a chance to increase her life of 21%. So now that you all know about the pill, Miss Asia, I know you said about your uncle. Do you think that he would have been willing to try the pill?
Yes, I think he was, because there was no other option.
No other option. I know sometimes there's, they tell you about chemotherapy and things of that nature, but sometimes there's not anything that the chemo can do, and it really, chemo really can damage the cells. Not that it's not a good thing for those who it worked for, but it really can damage the cells. What about you, Miss Tyra? I know you don't know anybody, but
I mean,
would you recommend that to somebody?
Recommend it. I mean, a couple side effects, but it's not like your head about to fall off or something. You might as well take the pills.
Exactly. Well, we thank you ladies, me, Kenneth, and Ashley. Thank you ladies for doing the interview with us. We really appreciate it. And we're going to leave that pamphlet with you and get another one for you, Miss Tyra.
Okay.
And Miss Ashley, although this is what I didn't tell you, that cancer can be hereditary. So maybe you can pass it along to some of the other people in your family. They're not saying that they smoke, but just secondhand smoke. It's good for anybody, not just smokers or people who've worked in construction for years or did just living in Texas with the air, in Houston with the pollution. So thank you, ladies, and y'all have a good day.
So much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.